I guess I'll just describe it to you. So let's just stay on this slide and listen carefully. It's very simple, and we'll do this together. There are thousands of breath practices. We're just going to do one, and I'll stop sharing so that you can see me. So the idea is that we're going to take a very full breath. And, we only have a few moments. So we're only going to do just this one little tiny thing. We're not going to practice Tai Chi. We're not going to do Qigong movements. We're just going to investigate the power of one breath practice. And so it goes like this. First, adjust your posture and so forth. And then breathe in deeply. So fill your belly first and then your chest. Big breath in. And then we're going to hold for a count of 1, 2, 3. And then exhale very slowly through your nose. And then breathe normally for a moment and allow me to describe what we're going to try to accomplish by doing this. As you do this 3 or 4 times, what happens is that those structures that I was pointing to in the lungs, called stretch receptors, are engaged. And when those stretch receptors are engaged, along with what's called Barros receptors, which are in the aorta, it produces a drug in the body that is free. And that drug is based on acetylcholine, and acetylcholine is based on choline, and choline is the root of molecule of all the neurotransmitters which are produced by the vagal system, the parasympathetic rest and recovery system. So what we're doing here is when we hold the breath for a few moments, we're triggering certain functional entities in the lungs and in the aorta, which are then diffusing drugs into the system, which are based on the drugs that creating neurotransmitters which calm down the nervous system and help people to overcome addiction or sleep or anxiety or PTSD. And we're going to do this 3 more times. And the most important piece of this is self-observation. So I want to give you and everyone who's watching the opportunity to have an experience of an internal change that is based on health, maximization, recovery, the capacity of the human system to heal itself. So here we go. We're going to breathe in, deep breath, belly, chest, and hold. Now you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed. And then exhale very slowly. And as you're exhaling, notice what you're feeling all the way from your top of your head to the tip of your toes, to the tip of your nose, to the tips of your fingers. Slow exhalation. Then take 1 or 2 natural breaths. Breathe in again deeply. Hold for a count of 3 or 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 if you like, 5 if you want. Slowly out, very slowly out. Notice what you're feeling. Take a few natural breaths now. Scan the body, notice what you're feeling. We're going to do it 1 more time. And then as soon as your breath is out from the last time, put into the chat box the sensation that you're feeling. So the phrase would be, in my chest, I feel something. In my face, I feel something. In the tips of my fingers or in my arms, I feel something. In my legs, I feel something. Or in anywhere else, you could just say, say the part of the body, and then what is it that you feel? Okay, big, deep breath, belly, chest, hold. hold for 3, 4, 5, your choice. Exhale very slowly, very slowly. Notice what you're feeling. And then breathe normally and notice what you're feeling, and make a note in the chat box if you will, please. And then let's just be quiet for another 15 seconds so we can feel what we're feeling. And then let's bring our attention back to our here and to our hosts. Would you say just briefly, like, what are you feeling? And then maybe you could read a few of the folks who are listening, if you would just put something in there about what you feel and where you feel it. And then we can wrap up.
Well, I'm not sure we can call this a feeling, but I felt an expansion. I felt like I was growing, getting bigger, and that all my body was filling up.
So that is a feeling. And the question is, and this is the power of these practices, because we might say, well, how will I change my mind? How will I become excited about the possibilities enough to change my mind? Well, or my mindset, or my behaviors, or my habits, or the people that I hang around with. That as we start to feel these feelings, like when you feel expansion, you got to ask the question, what is it? I mean, you look the same size to me. And so are your cells expanding in some very minor sort of way? Are the spaces between your cells expanding? Is there something about the delivery of fluids throughout the body which give you a sensation? Because of the fact that when you do this, you're triggering those neurotransmitters. Are you feeling a feeling of the acceleration of the healing, the natural healing process within the human system? It creates a kind of curiosity and enthusiasm as we have these experiences. And my theory is that that's what leads to the behavior change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I have felt very strongly a sort of altered state of consciousness in my head. It was like, you can call it also expansion, but it was really a little bit like in meditation. And in the body, also in the head, in the nose, in the whole body, tickling, also in the fingers, and my heartbeat was quicker. And yeah, it went through the whole body. It's like, it's especially the out breath, the slow out breath goes from up, and down, through like a, like.
Hydraulics.
Don't you just love that? And so in just a few moments, we can have an experience like that. So, what would happen if we did that every day? What would happen if we did that instead of for a few moments, we did that for 20 minutes or a half an hour? Now, how much of the medication that we pay too much money for that we don't even need could we stop using if we would do these things? So I'm putting up my slide here. The most profound medicine is produced within the human body for free.